All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. We have some updates for the Men's Open Bodybuilding Olympia, just about 2 weeks out from the Olympia as it returns to Orlando. Nathan Diasha at the Customs in Florida being denied entry. Now, this wasn't supposed to happen. He thought that him and his team and his legal advisors had everything figured out, had all the boxes checked and all the ducks in order, and however you want to say it. Unfortunately, once they arrived in Florida, it does seem that the U.S. Customs have denied him entry into the country to compete, to work. So I don't know if he had a work visa beforehand or how he planned on getting into the country. I don't know that part. The story will develop as we learn more about it, but definitely let us know if you have heard anything or what your thoughts are on Nathan Diasha being out of the Olympia as of now. Some physique updates from Hunter Labrada 2 weeks out from the Olympia. We haven't seen a lot of physique updates from him. Looking at these most recent, a variety of going through the mandatories, I think he looks great. I think he's definitely going to be in the conversation for a top 10 placing here. If not, really close to top 10, top, 9 or 8, I think is a very fair place for him. I think he looks phenomenal right now. Probably one of the better preps that he's gone through. He looks very full, and the conditioning's slowly coming along, as that's one of Hunter's signatures is, bringing a nice full look, but also a fair amount of conditioning. So share your thoughts and predictions for Hunter Labrada coming into the Olympia. Brandon Curry sharing some physique updates out of New York at the Powerhouse Gym with Steve Weinberger and Juan Morel. I think I cut him out. Apologies, Juan. Deep into retirement at this point, but sharing some physique updates. I think he looks great. I think this is exactly what we expect from Brandon Curry. I'm assuming he was doing some posing, so he could have flattened out by the time they take this photo. So with a grain of salt, but overall, I think he looks exactly like we expect him. I think he is going to have to really work to be in the top 6 this year. There's a lot of really impressive guys coming into this lineup. And I mean, even Hunter Labrada, I'm sure, is going to be hunting to improve in placings and not fall backwards. So Brandon, with the legs, is it going to be enough to get him out of the top 6, or is just the overall density and crazy physique going to keep him in the conversation? Chris Bumstead also sharing some physique updates. The reigning Classic Physique Mr. Olympia champion, just under 2 weeks out from the Olympia. Like I said, as it returns to Orlando, looking forward to getting there. I haven't heard about my press pass yet, so that is stressing me out a little bit, but we will be there regardless, even if I have to sit outside the booth and wait to get in. But Chris is looking phenomenal. I don't think there's going to be a chance that anyone's going to be beating him this year. The level of density and muscle maturity that he has, you look at Ramon and even Breon. I think Breon's legs are just a little undersized compared to Chris's. It's just, I don't see it as a conversation. I don't see it as a competition. And sure, I'd love to see Ramon Dino win. I'd love to see Brazil get a title. I'd love to see Urs get a title. And Germany, be number 1 for Classic. I'd love to see all that. I just don't see it happening in 2023. Nick Walker, a gentleman that is very hungry to at least maintain his placings in 2023. Third last year at the Olympia, coming into this Olympia with some physique updates, showing off some leg conditioning. This is a guy that a lot of people are writing off. I don't understand why. A lot of people are saying that he's capped out genetically and he's not going to be able to improve more. I think that's a wild thing to say. Every year he's gotten better, and he's only been competing for a few years. So you got to think this guy is just going to continue to impress us. I think he is one of the bigger names when we look at underdogs for this Olympia. I think he could really do some serious damage in the top 3 here, and who knows if Hottie's going to be able to hold off Derek. And, I mean, when you think of Samson as well, like, where is Samson going to land in this lineup? The top 6 is wide open for some newcomers, and I think it's going to be a very exciting Mr. Olympia competition. And last but certainly not least, thank you for watching all the way till the end. Michael Dubois sharing some physique updates after winning the Arnold UK. And by far, one of the most conditioned guys we're going to see in classic physique. I'm not sure if the weight cap helped him at all with keeping or adding more muscle. Typically, it's just retaining, right? They have the muscle, but they have to figure out a way to retain it coming into these shows. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be bringing to this stage. You know, could he be a top 6 competitor? I think we had the Fabian Meyer with him not competing, and I think that does leave a little bit of an opening for someone like him to sneak in to that top 6 and be in the conversation. But of course, you know, let me know your thoughts about all the topics we talked about today on another episode of the Bodybuilding News Network. I'm your host, Josh Sanch. As always, I will see you in 2 weeks in Orlando. Look for me and subscribe if you enjoy this style of content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.